What is that?
Oh no! Oh no!
Really? He looking at me and I'm looking at him.
Welcome back to the channel, family. It's your guy Trip5 back again with another creepy video compilation. Make sure you guys like the video, and if you're new, subscribe so you could join the family. Let's jump right into it, y'all.
Most people will never figure this out, and that's why they fail.
Every word that comes out of your mouth has 100 to 1,000 times more power than a thought. Because when you speak, the word vibrates into the universe. See, when you think, you're sending out a vibration only through your mind. But when you speak, you have to have the thought as well. So when you speak, not only are you having a thought come from your mind, but the vibration is coming out of your mouth into the physical universe. It's vibrating molecules. It has creative force. You speak things without thinking. So think about what you say. I'm so dumb. Boom. You just spoke that into existence. Things don't work out for me. You just spoke that into existence. I miss all the opportunities. You just spoke that into existence. Think about what you say. You don't even listen to your words. Let me tell you what rich people do. They speak into existence what they want. When you speak things, it is dramatically different than if you just think it. Watch your words.
This shit is very real. Like, words are really curses. This is why gossiping is so dangerous, because people could be cursing you without them even realize what they really doing. This is why the music industry is so massive, because they want you to be chanting these words that could possibly alter your reality.
A cleaning service was working in a building when this was captured.
Yeah, this vegetarian. Vegan will be like, no cheese.
Ew, that's disgusting. Or the vegan cheese.
Or the vegan cheese. That would be...
Y'all see it? I'm not the only one that heard that.
Well, there was this one time when I was in this hallway and
You want to know how deep I've gone down rabbit holes? I'm convinced that both of the world wars were really just to erase the old world, and that there was an entire narrative scripted around who the bad guys were, who the allies are, and it was really meant to just destroy all of these beautiful cities. They took out all of the bells. If you guys haven't looked into why there would be bells in public spaces, and the healing properties and the harmonious properties that these churches and all the architecture was built in. Okay, it's sacred geometry, and it's not unrealistic that they started 2 world wars and put, at the time, our best men in every single country lined up across each other because they wanted to take out the most brave and quote-unquote prestigious men for every country, knowing that all of them would want to go to war.
They literally removed everything that would help us in the long run. These bells were used to raise your frequency. And he was talking about the wars and how that happened. But to be honest, I don't believe all of the war stories that they told us. Most of the wars that happen are undocumented, and you have to do your research and find them out. But these were the wars that happened when they took the land from the people who were already here. And those people were melanated people.
We're the true Americans. The European colonists took over and started calling themselves Americans and started changing the history, saying that they brought us here. We were always here. We were always here. You've got pyramid kuntas in Central South America that are older than the pyramids in Giza in Misraim that the people call Egypt. Older. You've got civilization principles that are here in Lower Egypt that you call Kentucky and Tennessee area that is older than they are in what you call Egypt. But those things are held secret because they don't want these people to know that they're the heirs apparent to this land. So they branded them Negro, black, and colored to cut off the linear history. So when the people think they're Negro, black, and colored, they can't tie to the illustrious history of the founders of civilization. As a matter of fact, they keep trying to leave and everybody else trying to come here because they don't even know that this is the hub, the North Gate.
Did y'all see the video of the Indian men walking from India to America? I don't know how accurate this is, but the lady is recording them and she's like, where did you guys fly into? And they're looking at her like she got 5 heads. Like, bitch, what do you mean fly into where? And they're like, India, we walk, India. And she's like, yeah, but like, did you guys fly to Mexico or something? And they're like, no, lady, we walked from India. Type in your TikTok search bar right now. Indian men walk from India to America. It's gonna come right up. It's like a group of, it was like 5 of them. Mind you, the lady's like, how the hell did you guys even walk from India to America? It's like impossible. They looking at her like, lady, we just did it, bitch. The fuck? They look like they was getting a little annoyed. Like, this lady's asking us too many questions. We told her what we did and we did it. You know what I'm saying? But I literally saw the video of it.
I'm out here walking the trail. I think I hear or see one of them cart things or train things. Nobody's running them. I don't even know where the track goes or what's up here. It's some kind of haunted, spooky Halloween thing or something. Ah, that's the skeleton. Nope.
Ain't no way this is real. If it is, that would be crazy. You know, in my opinion, I feel like it had to be placed there to maybe scare people or something. But why would somebody just do that randomly?
And this is what y'all gotta understand too. There's a thing called dead internet theory. 60% of the accounts that you interact with on the internet are not real people, they're bots. So a lot of the division online in the comment sections are not even real people, they're bots, nigga. Look up dead internet theory. You think you talking to a black person saying, oh, fuck Hispanics. Nigga, that's a bot. You think you talking to a person saying, oh, fuck blacks. That's a bot. You niggas is retarded. The same shit they used to do in the neighborhoods. The police used to come to the hood and get the spray can and strike up in the enemy hood. Nigga, the police was doing that shit. They doing that on the internet now.
Hold on, did this nigga just get a toothbrush from the trash and fix it up and place it in a store? This video goes to show you how much sick people there are in this world. Shit, maybe someone bought it, not even realizing what really happened, and they using it like it's brand new. That nigga is devious.
Okay, so what we have here is June the 14th of 2025, and I guess earlier today around about 1 p.m. It was like this huge lightning that had happened, and over 50 birds fell out the sky. They all in people's yards. They on top of the houses, as you can see in the videos. And we just trying to figure out like what could have really caused pelicans, which usually be around water, to fall out the sky in a neighborhood that's nowhere near water. So if anyone have any ideas of where to make these birds fall out the sky like this, please comment below, because I did Google and I did see that this happen all the time due to lightning. And I just need someone to explain this to me. And no, this is not my house. It's not my neighborhood. It was on someone live that lived locally in Mobile, Alabama. So comment below and explain to me, please.
He a big guy in the eyes of many, but to me, he's a peon to the elite slave masters who have been controlling him over 30 years. Like in 1991, one of his events was headlined by Heavy D at the time, right? I don't know why many people don't talk about this, but 9 people were killed and another 29 were injured. That was a ritual to show his allegiance to those elites, and that's how he got in the position that he in. It's crazy because in 2021, a similar incident happened at a Travis Scott event. And at this event, the doorway was designed in like the image of a demonic mouth that people were walking in. I think his ritual was to top Diddy's because 10 people were killed at his event and many others injured. You know, a lot of these is no more conspiracy theory. Like even when I first started learning about these things, I thought it seemed like it just sounded crazy. But now after giving my number out and talking to family members of these celebrities and these elite people, it's like, wow, so they really do this?
I went through every single room looking for somebody, thinking maybe somebody had gotten in and they were just trying to scare me. I checked every room, under every bed.
He doesn't find anyone.
The 4th or 5th time I had watched the video, I noticed something in the corner of the room, which is actually my daughter's room. So I screenshotted it and I just zoomed in on it. My heart just dropped. I could feel my face, all the blood in my face ran. I mean, it scared me. It just looked like somebody watching me. I didn't sleep that night.
When I see that upside down head peering into the main room, I got to admit, a part of me does start to panic.
I would not be going back in my home.
Nope. What the hell is that in his home? That looked like something you would see in a movie or something. He talking about he couldn't sleep. If I was in that situation, I'm leaving. I'm going to another state. Shit, maybe another country, if that. How long do you think that's been around him without him even noticing it?
A monkey. A monkey on top of the coconut tree. Crazy. Yeah, in Jamaica. Look at his eyes.
I don't know how the dog not coming. This is something. Really? He looking at me and I'm looking at him. Look. That is nasty.
Evil was being mean to us. I left the country, took one of the cars. I just wanted to rebel and try sour water for the first time. You guys are so cool. You're so real. Can I touch you? Oh, please. Thank you.
Are you real or fake? Are you real?
Am I real? I don't know. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
No, te está grabando.
To be honest, I don't even know what the hell is going on in this video. It looked like he just started malfunctioning. Is this what reality about to turn into? And this video is just like the beginning of it or something? Let me know what y'all think in the comments.
Anybody know why Ariana Grande is wearing a red shoe on her back as an outfit? What's up with that? Anybody? Or how about why is Lindsay Lohan doing this little pose right here with her little butterfly and only one eye showing? Kind of strange, isn't it? A lot of people say this isn't even Miley Cyrus anymore. If you take a good look at her, I want you to look at her bone structure on her face. Really, really, really look at it. See what I mean? Speaking of Ariana Grande, this actress right here, I believe, was the one in the thing with her, and now she's way, way different. Circling back around to Lindsay Lohan, though, she looks so much different. So much, and I know y'all are going to say, money. Dude, come on, man. But back to the whole red shoe situation Ariana had on her back, you know what I'm saying? What is it with these red shoes? And why does everywhere we look seem to always have these red shoes? Look, and it's always like the rich people I've noticed, you know what I'm saying? I know. What's up, Tom Hanks? How you doing? Just gonna leave this last one right here. This is Tony Podesta. Check out their little red shoes. Why are they all wearing red shoes? Does anybody know?
Isn't it weird that all of these celebrities just start looking different all of a sudden? Why is that? And then what's going on with this red shoe club that we don't know about? Is this like a hidden code to like a secret group or something? You know, I've heard multiple theories about this. But you know, I want to know what y'all think in the comments, because I'm pretty sure y'all might already know what's going on.
Oh my God, they will not leave you alone today, huh? No. You know, say hi to all of our Villain Arts family. Hey, how can the Villain Arts family follow you on social media?
You can follow me on Instagram on the Toxie Bodyman.
And one more time?
Toxie Bodyman.
Very cool. How are you enjoying the convention or festival?
Yeah, I love it.
What's been some of the cool stuff you've seen here this weekend?
Dude, what is that? Dude, what is that?
Yeah, I'm amazed. God is kind of upset with me probably because I woke up and didn't say my prayers this morning, man, but I got woke up by this again in my face. What would you do? Look at this. Look at this. Look at that ball of light coming out of there. That's the sun. Coming out of what, though? Man, California ain't talking nothing about this. That's why I feel like I'm in a land of weirdos.
And that is far from the only example of the second suns being sighted. It seems like they are being spotted more and more with frequent regularity in the last couple years. But I think it's a sign of this cycle of our realm, as depicted in ancient times in petroglyphs in India, Arizona, and even excerpts from the sightings of it in the 1600s. And even after that, many newspapers historically reference this second sun, sometimes even more being sighted in the skies. Some say it's Nibiru, some say we're living in a binary system. Whatever it is, I think it shows once again, history most certainly repeats itself. Question everything, friends.
When the second sun come back, there will be no more nighttime. We never had a nighttime. We only experience nighttime because the second sun is gone. And what we think is a sunset is not a sunset. That's actually the sun just moving down to the other parts of the land, of the planet. Remember, it's way more land on this planet that they haven't told us about, class. So what we was taught in school was the sunset was a complete lie when they taught us that. No, what we think is the sunset is merely the sun rotating down to the other parts of the earth that we, or if you want to call it that we have been cut off from with these ice walls in Antarctica, all right? But when that second sun return, it's gonna start getting to the point once the second sun come where y'all ain't gonna see no more night times. The darkest it's gonna get is gonna look like a sunset when the sky be like that purplish. That's as dark as it's gonna get. Other than that, it's gonna always be bright day. That's how our planet never went to a jet black. Never. It was never like that originally before they landed, right? But when they pushed that second sun out of our atmosphere, all right, that's what made it like that. Nighttime is not natural to our atmosphere, y'all. It's finna blow. It's finna fuck some people up when y'all see no more nighttime soon. So it's crazy because even winter, we will not experience winters anymore. They only can exist, these humans, in their cold-blooded reptilian shapeshifter friends in cold weather climates. Because where they come from, it's cold. It's a frozen planet.
You know, that's deep when you really think about it. Winter can't be natural to the planet because everything literally dies. The trees, plants, and you know, even some animals. And you know, some animals don't want no part of it, and they go into hibernation. You notice how everybody is happy and full of joy in the summertime. So was this season planned to keep us depressed and angry? What y'all think?
A video just went viral of a little girl feeding hummingbirds. Some people believe that we are getting our superpowers back because this is not normal. Birds don't interact with people like this. If you can look past Hollywood movies as entertainment, you will understand what they're trying to tell us. We are all connected to nature. Your eye is the real camera. Your ear is the real satellite. Your nose is the real sensor. The hair on our body is the antenna that connects us to the universe. What you are looking at right now is our nervous system. It looks just like trees and the branches. If you look at a tree leaf, it looks just like the palm of our hands. If you look at grass under a microscope, it smiles just like us. The physical body is 70% of water. This planet we live on, 70% of water. The continents on this planet represents the organs within our body. Our oxygen represents the wind. The clouds we see every day represents the thoughts we have every day. When you look up and see the stars at nighttime, it represents the trillion cells within our physical body. Every time we see fire, it represents the temperature in our body being 98.6 degrees. When we breathe in and breathe out, that represents the wind or the oxygen on this planet. But this video is about to get a little deep. Stay with me. Once we understand that we are one with everything, we will respect everything. Did you know that every time you cut grass, that smell is actually killing you? Yes, when you cut grass, the grass releases a toxin to kill you.
Researchers are now suggesting aliens could actually be living among us disguised as humans. Not kidding. Montana Technical University professor Dr. Michael P. Masters was part of that study, and he joins us right now. Michael, good morning to you.
Morning. Thanks for having me on.
It's good to have you. Professor, wasn't that the ending of, I think it was Men in Black, the movie, where at the end they had the screen full of people who were, or rather aliens, living amongst us?
It's been a while since I've seen that one, but it's certainly a possibility. The subject does make its way into a lot of pop culture, so it's certainly possible.
So, Doctor, I mean, what is the chances of this? I mean, it seems like every year we have some type of story that it could be true.
Yeah, well, that's the thing is we're very cautious and conservative in writing this paper, and mostly what we're trying to do here is look at the oddities and the weirdness of the UFO phenomenon, which we can acknowledge is real. And as much as this might be difficult to swallow for some of my academic colleagues and for a large percentage of the population, it's important to start moving the conversation past are UFOs real and past the cockpit videos and the testimonies in front of Congress and the whistleblowers and a Schumer amendment and so many things that indicate that this should be taken seriously, and move the needle a little farther into the realm of, well, what are they? Who are they? What could they be doing? Why are they here? Right. And that's a big part of why we wrote this paper.
And I know in the paper you talk a little bit about, you know, why do we always see these things around lakes and things like that, or volcanoes? And so the suggestion is, and you know, it's just conjecture, but maybe they came here a long time ago and they've been hiding out there for a while?
Yeah, that's a great question. And sort of the reason I was involved in this study is I've written 3 books over the last 5 years looking at whether they could potentially be future humans coming back through time. And one aspect of this crypto-terrestrial model that we discussed is exactly that they could potentially be extraterrestrial coming from a different planet, and they just set up shop here as it's easier than traveling across the cosmos. Same thing with this extraterrestrial model, that if they were coming from our future, rather than jumping back and forth through time, if they set up shop underground, under the seas, as you're alluding to, possibly on the far side of the moon, it would save a lot of time and energy, and they could conduct whatever it is these activities are that are so important to them here with us at this time, in this place, and without all of the need for constant travel.
I guess, Doctor, the big question would be, is there like a baseline where, when it comes to vitals, where you say this person has to be a human? And if something is different, it's like, this is a little weird. Like, how would you test?
Yeah, that's a great point. And you're right. One of the things that we looked at is, could they be walking amongst us? And I know that, again, conjures up these outlandish notions of some people being aliens, and you're eating breakfast and there's an alien across the cafe. But what we're saying, I know, and we definitely are the first to acknowledge that a lot of this can seem a little crazy. But again, if you think about them in the context of future humans, and that's just one potential possibility here, we would share a lot of physiological characteristics with them, have the opportunity to interbreed. We could hybridize across time, potentially across space. So, and there are, it's important to point out too, the Institute of Noetic Sciences, the Dr. Edgar Mitchell Foundation, all of these studies have shown there are people with extraordinary abilities, like psi abilities, remote viewing, and things like that.
Very interesting stuff.
Stunning report.
Thank you, sir.
It's like the news be late with everything. We been saying this. So-called conspiracy theorists, critical thinkers, been saying this. But now you know they want to come out and say this on the news. But I'm pretty sure they been knew this. They just telling the public this now. You know, I believe when they broadcast something like this, that means that they preparing us for something that might be on the way.
Shit's getting weird. Part infinity.
On January 24th, 1961, a B-52 bomber carrying 2 nuclear bombs broke apart in midair over Goldsboro, North Carolina. The plane had been on a routine flight from Seymour Johnson Air Force Base when a fuel leak caused the right wing to fail. As the bomber fell apart, the bombs dropped to the ground. Each bomb had a yield of 3 to 4 megatons, over 250 times the power of the Hiroshima bomb. One bomb deployed its parachute and landed intact. The other plummeted into a muddy field, with several of its safety mechanisms failing. Incredibly, 3 of 4 safety switches malfunctioned, and only a single low-voltage switch prevented a catastrophic nuclear detonation that could have wiped out most of eastern North Carolina and irradiated the surrounding region. The U.S. government kept the near-disaster secret for decades. In 2013, a declassified report finally confirmed what had long been rumored. America came within a hair's breadth of nuking itself.
I got a question. How many crazy things do you think have not been declassified yet that has happened in this country? How many secrets do you think are still hidden? Just think about it, because I didn't know about this till today. I feel like that's pretty significant. I feel like this should be in the history books. America almost blew himself to smithereens. How many things have not been declassified yet? I bet you there's a ton of secrets, bro. And here's the crazy thing about that bombing thing, right? If, for example, it went off, what do you think America would have done? Back then, especially. What do you think they would have done? America would have been like, looks like Czechoslovakia is trying to bomb us. It's time to go to war. Am I wrong, though? That's all I'm saying.
Is he wrong, though? He said this happened in 1961, and the official documents didn't come out till 2013. That's a long time. Now think about all the stuff that's going on right now that they not telling us about. They probably done released something into the air that's affecting 1 million people, and we wouldn't find out till like 2050. You know, I'm gonna leave it at that though. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Make sure you guys sub to the channel if you haven't already. Oh yeah, and another thing, I'm excited to say I dropped some merch for you guys. Make sure you guys check it out if you want to support me. You know, I appreciate all of y'all who purchased already. Y'all been showing me love. If you guys want to check it out, I'll leave the link in the description, and I'll even put it in the comments so you guys can see it. We out, y'all. See you on the next video.